Hej Sverige och välkommen till Rauta Review Time. Uh, I'm kidding. This band ain't from Sweden, it's from Greece. So, why I am doing my bad Swedish impression? The thing is, this band sounds exactly like it was from Sweden. Let's welcome Necrovorous and their album Plains of Decay. So let's take a look what this album has inside. As you can see, this one is the cover image, which brings us all the way to the 1990s, at least when it comes to feeling, in my opinion. Logo, cover image, and the music. It's just old school style. It could be very well from Sweden, early 90s, or even, to the States when it comes to the feeling and look of this band. And inside, where we have lyrics, as you can see, these images are also something that could, be totally from some 20 years ago. There's not much else but the lyrics, except for this black and white band picture showing the lineup here. So this is how Plains of Decay look like. CD and the background image, this way. So this one was released through Dark Descent Records, which is quite famous in my opinion for their track record doing death metal the proper, real way. And Necrovorous is no exception to this rule, because their type of death metal is something very true. The sound what it was in the early 90s Nordic style, especially the Swedish style. I'm talking obviously here about bands like Grave, Entombed, Dismember, and the other sort of names. Not so much maybe Finnish death metal, but the type of very Scandic type of stuff. But like I said, this band is from Greece, but it's kind of like a testimony to the very fact that good death metal and certain type of sound is not limited to a certain set of countries or scenes or even band members of certain type. When you have vision and talent and understanding of what kind of building blocks certain kind of music gets made, this is the very testimony to what it was. So Necrovorous is all about being a kind of a standard bearer of classic death metal, and the way they do it is very kind of simple and true, if not original per se. The thing is that these guys basically don't create anything near here, but in my books it's not a fault, it's not a flaw. I think it's very nice to hear such well created piece of a death metal album where all the sounds, vocals, just riffs, tempo, everything just, falls in their places. And these guys know how to do it fast paced. They do know how to do it mid or even slow pace, but without going as far as doom metal. So this is actually a very well balanced creation, and I think this is actually one of the better albums of this genre this year. However, there's some minor finishing touch what this kind of album is missing in my opinion, and that is the very fine line between the great ones and just the good ones. So Plains of Decay is definitely a good album, but it's not great. But this band kind of shows they show a lot of kind of a talent and vision here, so I could imagine that this band very well reaches those levels of those classic legendary bands from this genre, and even some of the older bands which were creating this very scene or type of death metal are not doing this good death metal anymore. So if you fancy Nordic style, old school 90s death metal, then check out this bad boy out. and you may very well fall in love. Who knows? At least a thumb up from here. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you liked the video or review, and always welcome to comment. That's all from Rauta right now. Until our next video, Rauta out.